DJ Eskimo
Wicked,
City, the
wicked,
coolest
wicked.
DJ on the motherfucking planet.
Wicked tones, you know what I'm saying? What's
Metro Boomin want some more, nigga.
Wiggy, wiggy, oh, wiggy, wiggy, oh. Hold up, way, oh, way, oh, way, oh, way, oh. Wiggy, wiggy, oh, wiggy, wiggy, oh. Hold up, way, oh, way, oh, way, oh. Stand up in the motor, bust the dashboard. Stand up in the motor, bust the dashboard. Hold up, wiggy, wiggy, oh, wiggy, wiggy, oh. Oh, way, oh, way, oh, way, oh.
DJ Esco.
Counters burning, money burning, graveyard, these niggas. Found them barking, big dog barking, hey. Blood tails on me, whoa, 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 whoa. Shout out, want that wave, whoa.
On YouTube, it's your man JMV checking in with y'all, with my student,
Sony.
my man Sony. He been on the truck for the last 2.5 weeks, roughly.
I would say 3 weeks by now. Yeah.
Right about 3 weeks. We currently are in Washington State, getting ready to pick up this load that's gonna get us back to Springfield because my man is done with his miles. Sony, you contacted me 3.5 weeks ago because he needed to finish up the last 15,000 of his miles in order to upgrade. So why did you contact me?
Well, before I got in contact with you, I was with a trainer, and I was having a hard time. We was out for like a week. He picked me up in Springfield. We was out for a week, and I figured I'd try to stay on his truck. But then a week later, I wasn't learning anything. So I'm like, wow, I gotta find another trainer. So I was looking, and then I noticed that you had just got done with a student. So I'm like, let me see, if you have another student on the truck, so I could get with you, cause I've been watching your videos, and I'm like, I learned a lot from you, and I'm like, I should get in contact with you to be my trainer.
Yeah, so basically Sony hit me up on Instagram. Yeah, sent me a message on Instagram. It was like perfect timing. I had just stopped by my house for like a day or two, and I left out, and he hit me up and was like, man, you got another student yet? I see you just got done with your last student, my dude Myron. Shout out to Myron. Myron out here doing his thing. He actually bought somebody on his truck, one of his boys, so he teaming, and they getting money, so shout out to my dude Myron. But I was like, all right, because I was looking for another student, and it was just like perfect time, and it worked out perfectly. You were on your way to the Piston terminal in Pennsylvania.
Yeah.
I was delivering in Ohio, so basically I just got to load the Piston, scooped him up, and we've been running ever since. So background on Sony is you came here with your CDL, Class B, right?
Yeah, so what I was doing before I came to Prime, I was working back in Florida, driving buses for the city, and I was doing that for like a year. But I had my Class A, but I was just driving buses locally. So I started, looking into truck driving, and when I was doing my research, I had Prime, Schneider, and other companies that I wasn't really feeling because their starting pay and the reviews I read about them. So when I kept watching videos about Prime and doing my research about Prime, I'm like, yeah, this is the company I want to start with. So I filled out an app, got in touch with a recruiter, and they got me out here. I've been out here for a total of 8 weeks. When I got to Prime, they made me do a 1-week refresher course on the yard, just to refresh my skills. And then all I had to do was just wait for a trainer to go straight to TNT, and that's pretty much it.
So basically, he was driving city buses and like charter type buses in Florida, which translated really well to being able to drive the tractor trailer. Once he told me his background, I already knew he wasn't gonna have an issue driving the truck down the road. because he understood how to handle commercial vehicles, big vehicles. You know, buses are actually and longer straight trucks are actually harder to maneuver due to their length and the turning radius. So the tractor trailer is longer, but that pivot with the fifth wheel makes your turning radius a lot better. So I didn't really have any worries or concerns about him as far as driving down the road. Obviously, the thing that came into mind was, okay, what's his backing gonna look like? So he answered that question immediately. I was sleeping. He was driving. We pulled into this truck stop that night, and he woke me up right before he started backing up. And he just started backing up into this parking spot. The truck was at a Love's, I think, in between two trucks. So I got out, and I got out the bed, got into the passenger seat. I'm looking like, oh, it's nighttime. My man is about to just back in between two trucks. So I'm a little nervous, like, yo, I hope he don't hit nothing. But to his credit, he whipped that joint in there, no problem. Pulled up one time, popped the brakes. We both got into the back, and he got in the top bunk. We went the fuck to sleep. So I was like, man, that was a pleasant surprise. So from that point on, I was like, man, it's pretty much just going to be getting him prepared for the road, teaching him procedures here at Prime, giving him advice on how to handle situations, shippers and receivers. Because at that point, I said, well, his driving is fine. And he backed up several times after that. And each time I was like, I don't even need to teach him. You know what I'm saying? He already got it, pretty much got a handle on it. So that was cool. His first trainer, you said?
My first trainer, pretty good guy. The thing is, wife was coming back on the road, so I had to get off his truck so they could team up. But then after, I was with him for like three to 4 weeks, and then I got off his truck. Then I got on with another trainer, and that's when I wasn't really comfortable. I wasn't really learning anything, so I'm like, I can't continue to go on like this, and I'm like, I had to get on with another trainer.
The irony of his second trainer, which is the trainer truck he got off of in order to get on mine, is that I made a video about my what I think it takes to be a successful trainer, and all the things that I talked about in that video, where I say these dudes are the negatives. All the negatives I talk about in that video pretty much describe his second trainer. The dude, you were saying the guy didn't basically didn't let you back. Long story short, you told me that he basically just had you driving on the highway and that was it.
Just driving, that was pretty much it. No, nothing. I didn't get a chance to back up.
Fueling,
fueling, none of that, no.
So he just basically, like I was saying in that video, you got trainers out here that just want a student on their truck to drive miles, but they're not really teaching them all the other important things it takes to be successful as a driver out here. You got to be able to interact with the shippers and receivers. So I had you going in off the break, like go check in. You know what I mean? Go check out. So you're gonna have to do that when you get on your own. So everything I talked about in that video, his second trainer pretty much summed it all up. He's pretty much a crappy dude, just trying to get extra money, not worried about helping his students, not trying to prepare them so they can be successful on their own. So that was kind of funny that he told me about that once I picked him up, and I was like, that's funny. I made the video literally talking about the guy's truck you just got off of, and in that video I said that the students are gonna see what's going on and remove themselves from the truck. So I don't understand the point of being a crappy trainer, because nobody's gonna stay on the truck with a guy that's not teaching them nothing. And there's a prime example right there. So moving forward though, we're in Washington now. We're getting ready to pick up a load in about 30 minutes. And this is gonna get us back to the Midwest so that we can get Sony back to Prime Springfield terminal so he can upgrade and get into his own truck. So we ran through his last 15,000 miles pretty quick. You were debating back and forth about leasing or company. I gave you all the information that I could give you and everything that you asked, all the questions you asked, I answered them the best I could. So what did you decide you wanted to do?
So I'll go company at first, but then next year, I guess around February, definitely going lease.
It's a win-win either way, you know, especially given Sony, you're 20, he's 21.
21, yeah.
21 years old. You know, no kids, no bills, no debts. He's gonna win either way. You know what I mean? You're gonna win either way, so he'll be fine. You know what I mean? Companies, nothing wrong with going companies, nothing wrong with going lease, whatever you want to do, whatever fits your situation. But for him, I told him, man, you're gonna be fine either way due to the situation you're in right now. So we're getting ready to grab this load and run this down. He gonna upgrade and get into his own truck. Obviously, you already know you can holler at me if you got any questions or whatever. What you gonna have? You gonna get out here, you gonna second guess yourself or not be 100% sure what to do. So you can always hit me up. But yeah, pretty much. I meant to make a video with him off the break, but it's the same situation as with Myron. We start running, the training starts happening, and time flies by, and it's not really at the top of the priority list for me. So we had some downtime to kill before picking up this load. I said, man, let's go ahead and make this video real quick. So this is my second student done. Myron had to do 40,000 miles. You had to do 15, so I did 55,000 miles with students. Both of my experiences as a trainer out the gate have been great. Myron was great. Sony was great. How was your experience with me finishing out your miles?
I would say you're the best trainer I had so far, man. Cause I was learning. My first trainer, he's good, but I learned more with you, even on the business side and the training side. So I got more information with you. I got all the things, you know, I wanted to know. So
yeah,
I appreciate it.
No doubt. Like Mama said in the last video I made with him when he was upgrading, I pretty much he was like, man, he just threw me to the fire. And I was like, well, first of all, I'm not going to do that if you're not ready. So I think Myron gave an example. We were going down a mountain or something, and he was like, yo, Jay, this blase blah. And I was like, all right, cool. Close the curtain, I went to sleep. Like, you can handle it, bro. Like, I'm not, you know what I'm saying? I'm not going to be here, and you're going to deal with this. You can handle it. I'm not going to throw you out there if you can't handle it. So off the break, I already knew you was going to be good. So like I mentioned earlier, I told you, go check in, go check out. You know, I was here if you needed the help. Was I not? I just told you, if you need me, holler at me. But
anytime,
handle it, and you handle it. You know. So with that said, man, we can go ahead and end this video. It's been 12 minutes, but second student Sony is done. Once we get to Springfield from Washington, he'll be upgrading, and that dude doing okay. It was weird. He'll be upgrading, get on his own. Stay in touch with you. You stay in touch with me. Make sure everything's going good. But student number 2 is done. I don't know what I'm going to be doing as far as looking for students from here out, because I'm really not trying to train in the wintertime. But we'll see what the cards hold. So that's pretty much it, man. Another one knocked out, and we going to keep moving forward. So yeah. Till next time.
Hold up, way oh. Wiggy,